Because I'm going to sit here and tell you, I'm not shocked at Alfred Sengun's performance. I'm not shocked that they can't find anything on offense. I'm not shocked that everybody out there looks lost. I'm not shocked that you could go 2 to 3 minutes without finding any offense from anybody, anywhere. I'm not shocked that you're getting lost on defense. And you got LeBron James at 41 years old dictating, facilitating their offense, and it's working crisp to the T. It doesn't matter that Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are out. You know why? They got imposters. You got Marcus Smart out there imposturing as Luka Doncic. You got Luke Kennard out there imposturing Austin Reeves. When you're getting their production from these guys, they never left. You're going to go out there and get burned by Marcus Smart, who first came into this league as a defender. Known defender. He goes out there and torches you. Torches you like he's a go-to guy. Yeah, like he's a go-to guy. What did he score? Marcus Smart. 25 points. 8 for 13 from the field. 5 for 7 on the three-pointers. 4 for 5 from the free throw line. It didn't stop there. Rui was 3 for 6. LeBron James 2 for 5. They were hitting their threes. You can't have Luke Kennard score 23 points. I'm sorry. In any ball game that you play, Luke Kennard shouldn't be scoring no 23 points. I can go out there right now and guard Luke Kennard, and he wouldn't score no 23 points. Look at me like I'm crazy if you want. I don't care. Look at me like you're crazy if you want. I'm telling you what I know. When you allow these role players to dictate and do what they want to do, you're in trouble. Houston Rockets are possibly, I don't want to say they're going to get swept. I'm going to give them a game. And they could easily go back home and grab 2 and tie this series all up. But what this already told me in this series, Rockets ain't winning this series. Whatever happens, it can go to game 7. Whatever happens in this series now, they're not going to win it. They already woke up the Lakers. Lakers believe now. You got role players out there believing they can go out there and take it. Guys who are not even used to the ball in their hands on a 24/7 basis. You got them with confidence now. You're in a hill of beans. You're in a hill of beans without a spoon.
Oh, that's not good.
Alfred Sengun is messing himself out of great opportunities. Who want to trade for him now with these type of performances in the playoffs? This ain't all on Alfred Sengun. I'm just calling it out. Look at KD coming back. Started off hot. Next thing you know, he got turnovers everywhere. Careless. You're guiding a peewee league. That's what it seems watching these Rockets. Can they dribble the ball? Can they dribble the ball without losing it, turning it over? Can they hit their free throws? Can they rebound? Can they get the ball across half court? You have to guide step by step with these guys. 9 turnovers for KD. When he first started out, we thought he was a savior. We was like, man, he's back. He's back. Then he disappeared. Everybody on the Houston Rockets have underperformed in game 2 completely. You didn't get nothing from your all-stars. Now you're searching. You're throwing out anything. You're pulling guys with 3 minutes time and trying to roll with something else. You, my guy, is going to be on the hot seat. To me, you're already on the hot seat, but the Rockets not going to do anything with you. You're going to come back next season. You're going to come back next season. And maybe the year after that, they might bring you back. But what I'm saying is, you're not going to be a staple in Houston. You're not going to bring a championship to Houston before your departure. That's going to happen. You better get you an offensive specialist on the sideline. You better do something quick, because your defensive specialist degree, it ain't panning out. They're getting scored all over on. When you allow role players to go off like superstars, something's wrong with your defense. Marcus Smart shouldn't be scoring 25, 30 points. Newsflash. Luke Kennard shouldn't be this new coming of Larry Bird. That shouldn't happen. Houston Rockets got a lot of issues. And they're not going to be fixed overnight, because you know why? This has been happening all season long. Same stuff, man. You don't even want to talk about it. The same stuff. Down 0-2 to Los Angeles Lakers. First game, kind of understood. You didn't have KD. You didn't have him.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
You put up a little fight, but you still didn't look good throughout that whole game. It's the same stuff throughout the whole season. You go in there, you sneak game one, a whole lot of praise. KD comes back in game two. You know, you're putting all this in your head. None of it panned out. You look terrible in game one. You come back with KD thinking things are going to change offensively. He showed out for a good spurt of 3 to 4 minutes, hitting shots, 5 for 5 at one point. After that, he disappeared. LA made an adjustment. They figured they're just going to double team him every time. And we start looking good off of some back action passes. You know what I mean? People trying to get the ball, do something with it. The only problem is you're missing layups. You're missing jump shots. You're not going to win in this league. You can't make buckets. This team is offensively limited. And it's no shock. It's no joke. We've seen this all year long. Alper Sengun. Once again, I can talk about you all day long. What is it going to do? What is it going to do? 2 games in a row. No show. I done seen more layups missed. Not only from Alper Sengun, just for the team and collective, than you can see all year from other teams. Just bunnies, man. Just missing easy layups. My problem is you're not going to the basket enough with force as a team, not just one individual. Alper Sengun got his own things going on where he just does not go strong to the hole. He do a lot of flip shots instead of going into guys. If he went into guys, he'll get to the free throw line more often. He'll catch himself a rhythm. He'll get those big guys in foul trouble. You get Aiden out of there. A lot of things can change up on that defensive side for them. But you got to go to it. You got to grab the bull by the horns, right? You have to be that bulldog. Alper Sengun is trying to finesse his way into a good game. You can't do that. Not in the playoffs. Not with these flip shots. These fadeaways. Can't do that. You got to go to the action. Very frustrating. Who would want to trade for Alper Sengun right now? Anybody want to raise their hands? Who would trade for Alper Sengun right now? And that 20 points by Alper Sengun and 11 rebounds, that's the fakest stat line that you can ever imagine or see. And that's why I say sometimes when you look at these stat sheets, they don't tell the true story. All right, they don't. You have to have watched the game, all right, to understand. Because anybody could have just looked at this stat sheet, didn't watch the game, and they just looked at the stat sheet and they like, oh, damn, Alper Sengun, 20 points, 11 rebounds. Not a bad game. He did pretty good. You know, don't know what happened with KD a little bit, but Alper Sengun, he bought it a little bit. No, he didn't bring it at all. That ain't nothing but a patch-up job when the game is about over anyway, and you just hanging out there picking up some loose change. That's all that is. That's all that is. To me, Alper Sengun would have been benched. if not the whole game, for an extended period of time until he got his head together, understand what's at stake, playoff basketball. But he put him back out there. He's a fragile mind and a fragile soul. He takes that very personally, and it would have broke him down. Shown that. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in Game 3. Role players going to be cooking. They're at home. Rims are friendly. Threes going to start dropping. Albert Şengün's going to find his game. He's going to have a good game. Rockets, I predict they're going to win Game 3. I predict they're going to win Game 3. Game 2, it's possible they can win 2 straight. It's very possible. That doesn't shock me. But what shocks me is coming into this playoff series, not seeming ready to me, still seeming lost offensively. Still having that gaze in your eyes. That's what's surprising. I know that you can go a stretch without scoring. I know you could turn over the basketball. I know that. I know Albert Şengün can have games where he don't show up at all, or he's turning over the ball and missing bunnies. I know that. I know KD is loose with the basketball, can turn it over, or he can have a bad shooting night. I know that. I just want the effort every time, and then work off of that and see what happens. So, even if they tie this series up, they're still going to lose it. And I'm not saying that because I'm salty. I'm saying that because that's basketball. That's what's been shown all year. And looking at the body language and the attitude of the Lakers. They're on high alert. They believe. That's the worst thing in the world. And as long as this thing gets stretched out, not saying Luka's coming back in this series or AR, which I think if the Lakers were down 0-2 and is going to Game 3 and further along, they'll be rushing them back. It's a possibility they would have came back in this series then, facing elimination. Yeah, they could have came back. But now in the driver's seat, they can sit back and say, okay, see, that's going to be a rat race. Sit back, lick your wounds, get straight, 100%, then come back. They can afford to do that now. And the old Rockets, they'll be going fishing. They will be going fishing.